Hello and welcome to the weekend edition. I am sitting in front of my Qobuz. Finally, see that glitch? I have no idea what is doing that, but every once in a while the whole browser Qobuz thing just flickers for no reason. Still not sure exactly what that is. Anyways, I am listening to some different kinds of music. I am comparing basically back and forth with my Spotify playlist. I was going to do an A-B with Tidal, but I mean, honestly, even with Spotify at my listening levels here and with the equipment and all the stuff that I have set up, it's kind of hard to tell the musical difference or the sound difference. I think that overall, the Qobuz software actually sounds a little bit more like there's more volume to it, but that's not necessarily a quality thing. That's just a sound volume, and I don't ever want to mistake sound volume for quality. So before I get copywritten striked on this, yes. We always have to be careful of such a thing. I'm going to play a song that I used as a demo in one of my other videos because it's copyright free. Thank you very much. And we're just going to go with that. So I'm going to say, I mean, this is a little bit preliminary, but I like the interface better than Tidal, but I don't like it better than Spotify. Spotify's playlist and interface is very smooth. It's very responsive. I feel like maybe because the Qobuz is higher resolution files, this one, if I zoom in, is a high-res 24-bit 40... Does that say 8? Let's zoom in more. Yeah, so there's a high-res 24-bit 48 kilobit stereo. It's a fantastic song. I love it. So maybe given that it's a bigger file size, it does take a little while to load. Spotify is a little more snappy. Here's something that I want to showcase. I will show, here's my Qobuz open on my laptop. This is the same file. I'm all loaded in. It shows only my MacBook speakers I can play through. Audio quality, maximum, yep, there we go. Playlist, nothing. So here's something that's different about Spotify. That song would be showing up on my laptop. So I can't use my laptop to control another device. So it doesn't have what I think Spotify calls Spotify Connect, where the software is linked to the other device. So here, let me demonstrate in real time, because everybody knows how I love just doing everything live. So here is my playlist on my Spotify. As you can see, I scroll up, hi-fi selections. I have a lot of songs. Okay, so here I can select a different device. It connects, and then I play, and it shows up over here. There's the song playing on my Spotify. I can even control the volume from my laptop. That is brilliant because Spotify has a Connect feature. Stop it on my laptop. Cool. Go back. Qobuz is still the only thing that I can connect is locally. So if I could reach out to anybody to say anything about Qobuz is can you fix that? Can you make it so Qobuz apps across platforms on the same network can actually control each other? That would be brilliant, because then I could sit with a tablet like Rune does. Rune Systems, no offense to anything or anyone, but Rune Systems is an additional subscription in order to get that feature. Spotify has it built in for what, almost the same price? Yes, it's a different level of quality, but I mean, if you built that into Qobuz, then you would be beating Tidal at their own game, because Tidal can't do it either. Tidal doesn't have a control app. You have to use Rune for it. Now, it's not to say that if you included it in Qobuz and Tidal, would you be taking away subscribers from Rune? Because I know that it's a business. I don't know. They're not getting my money for that, that's for sure. I would continue using Spotify most of the time for my music just because of that control feature instead of paying extra for Rune. I mean, Rune has a bunch of other features that you could play with, but it's all like counterintuitive. If we want to say audiophile, philia, whatever, is to get as close to the source as possible, Rune has all kinds of software that messes with the sound, changes the sound, tunes the sound up. And then every processor, every app, every DAC, everything that we use, we know changes the signal. So, I mean, if Spotify is just using a control algorithm or control programming across the network, I really think that that's a benefit. Truly think it's a benefit to just have a control app built in. Now, the other thing that's going on is my Rotel has no streaming features. What the hell, Rotel? The only thing that has streaming in their whole entire library of apps and amps and integrateds is the S14. Even the Michi series doesn't have inboard streaming. So there it changes and shows the quality of the sound through the USB, which I agree is an amazing thing. I can't control, let me see. No, there's a pause button, but you can't control the stream through there. So the only way that I can control the stream is to go on with the computer and then click and then go back to the copyright-free song before I get booked. Yeah, so it's kind of sad. It's not terrible. I mean, depending on what kind of a listener you are and you just stream from devices. So say I have my phone and I wanted to cast to here, can't do it. And if I have Qobuz on the computer, I have to have it connected via USB, but then I can't control it from any other device or mobile app. It's all locally controlled. So it's great in the sense that, from what I understand, Qobuz pays artists more per stream. Thank God for that. Thank you very much. The interfacing is really nice. There's a couple things that I would like to change about it. Like, for instance, let me zoom in. This autoplay feature down here takes up a lot of real estate on the screen. It doesn't need to be that large. And then the other thing that I noticed is, see this whole side over here is blank, right? This whole thing is blank all the way down. This about section could be up here. Why do you have to take up all of this real estate? And then all of these features here, you can't sort by any of these. You can't move them around. You can't change the spacing. I mean, you can, I think if you go in here, you can say modify playlist and then move them around. But why isn't that automatic? I'm not really sure. Anyways, just nitpicky. It's just certain kinds of things. I mean, you can do that with the Spotify playlist. If I go over to Spotify and let's go to one of my playlists I don't care about. So this one, if I want to move this one up, well, this is a Spotify playlist, so it doesn't move anywhere. So if I go to one of my own playlists that I have made, let me see this one. So with this one, I believe I can just move these songs around. I've just automatically changed it, like on the fly. There's no extra buttons. If I click in here, sure, there's a lot of options, but just to move around the playlist, that's pretty cool. So here's another thing that I noticed. So while we're in menu, zoom in all the way. Okay, we see that this is a thing, right? Okay, so let me pause the song. I'm going to go over to the Rotel and I'm going to turn that off. So then down in the corner, we see that it has switched to a different source. Okay, so now let me turn this back on. Really, really nice preamp. There's a couple issues with it. I don't know why I have some issues with it. See, this still says tone bypass for whatever reason. I've just turned it on and it won't reconnect. Now, I don't think that that's Tidal. I think that that's the Rotel. Let me just switch inputs again. Yeah, it doesn't automatically connect. If we see down here, I have to manually, oh my God, I'm trying to do this all with one hand. So I have to reselect it again from the menu. It doesn't automatically connect. Now that could be a problem with the Rotel. That's nothing to do with Qobuz, but that's something you will likely have to do. Anyways, so my switch from Tidal to Qobuz is based on a number of things. One, the whole MQA thing was really, really messed up. It's the same thing with MoFi and their digital to analog and their vinyl sort of advertising. I don't know much about MQA, and I guess I understand the principle was to try and preserve quality while being able to minimize the amount of data. Whatever, just, you know what I mean? Like, data is getting cheaper all the time. The software is what it is. Just figure out the software bit. Like I said, this one is a little slow when it comes to like moving through songs because maybe the file size and the streaming size, it has to buffer along the file. I don't know. I mean, that's better than the whole false advertising thing. Like, don't do that. At the very least, don't do that. So that's one thing. I had met with David. He's an amazing guy, and I'm glad to support a difference in the business where I see fit. So that's another reason. Also, the interfacing. The Tidal interfacing isn't exactly that great. I like the way that Qobuz responds to like commands and everything is a little laid out. It doesn't like click automatically when you like touch certain things. It's not all over the place. Things are clearly labeled. You can go back and forth without any issues. I appreciate that part of it, absolutely. So if I want to go to the actual album and artist, like there's that. Or if I want to just look at my playlist differently, there's that. See, with Tidal, it kind of does it automatically, and that's really annoying. Oh, pardon me. So yes, that is my basic preliminary accounting of the system that I have. It may not be the same in your system, but that's the way it is in my system. See, Spotify remains connected to the device. Oh, come on, please. Qobuz, can we figure it out? Can we? Like, do it. We want to get Qobuz Connect. I think that would be great. Please make an effort. Let me know who I need to talk to. It would be one of the greatest features in here. So guys, thanks for watching the video. There's my view of my system and my snacks. It is what it is. I'm not sure if you had seen, but the Galleon TS120 review, the sound demo is posted online. Please check that out. This amp was a pleasure to listen to. It was a great honor to host and review this unit. Thomas, thank you very much for lending me this unit for a couple of weeks. Maybe more than a month now. It has been great. It sounds wonderful. If you're a tube person, I recommend it for its price. It's great sounding. There are AB and Class A option switching. I think the technology built in there is great. Sounds great. It's almost like tube qualities, but with that Class AB power. I don't know how it's done. I don't know what he's done, but it's pretty great. So if you want, check that out. It would be a very, very nice of you to do so. That video sound demo is online. And I'm going to end this one here. Thank you very much for watching. My one take, one and done style YouTube videos. Please leave me a comment if you like it. If not, that's okay, because I don't like editing, and this makes my life much, much easier. The whole point is to bring a perspective I'm not necessarily a videographer. So if you want, we can take a look at the photos that are on Instagram, same name as the YouTube channel. And yeah, that's it. So that's Qobuz versus Tidal versus Spotify. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know what you're using. Anyhow, take it easy. I will see you in the next one. Take care.